How's it going to all my subscribers on YouTube and all of my followers on Instagram? Welcome to today's video on Starting on Cinemas. That's Cinemas with an S. And today I'll be giving you my review on X2, X-Men United, as part of the Marvel Monday series where I give you the reviews on all 9 MCU Marvel films. So before I begin, if you are new to this video or to this playlist, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the section below, and most importantly, watch. And the same thing if you're on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me, share it with your friends and family. Probably share it to your story, like it, leave a comment on the section below if you have anything to say. Let's get to the action. So, the first live-action Marvel sequel ever, X2 X-Men United, sees Colonel William Stryker, played by Brian Cox, who is a villainous former Army commander that holds the key to Wolverine's past and the future of the X-Men. This threat reignites the call for a Mutant Registration Act. Stryker starts a full-out assault on Professor Xavier's mansion and school. After escaping his plastic cell, Magneto proposes a partnership with Xavier and the rest of the X-Men to combat this new formidable foe that they both have in common. So, here's my take on the story. Unlike the first X-Men, X2 sure had a lot to offer and had a few great moments. For example, the opening act with Nightcrawler in the Washington, D.C. Oval Office that put his teleportation powers to good use was amazing, and the invasion of Charles Xavier's mutant school makes for some of the most memorable scenes in the entire X-Men saga. It also offers a lot more moments between characters and the chemistry that they have, such as the romance between Rogue and Bobby Drake, or the unseen potential of Jean Grey. Now, not that we haven't seen Jean Grey have some of this, get a hint at some of this power, but we have seen a little bit of it in the last one. And also, we've always had the romance between Scott Summers and Jean Grey. That's always been happening. But it made sense for them to focus on establishing this world of mutants and how they have a hard time trying to coexist with humans in the first one, because I don't know if I said this in my review on the first X-Men from 2000, but that was one of the biggest things. That was one of the main things that a lot of people didn't like about the X-Men. It didn't have a lot to offer as far as action, but it did a superb job on introducing moviegoers, not fans. Fans already know the X-Men by heart, but moviegoers to this world of mutants and how it is a lot like the racial inequality atmosphere. So it was very great and proper for them to do this before they play around with some of the mutants in this one. Now, X2 feels just as straightforward as its predecessor because, you got Stryker, how he's brainwashing mutants, and he hates mutants because of a personal thing that happened with his parents from a mutant, from the cause of a mutant, from his son, Jason, who has this special ability that caused his mother to lose it, or his wife to lose it. And ever since he's hated mutants, he represents the everyday person that just shows extreme hate towards mutants. It's just pure hate, like a hate crime. So it does feel just as straightforward as the first X-Men, but it also squeezes a little more substance into this one, like getting a sense of what Wolverine's past is like, which we do get flashbacks of, which is a little more explained, a little more explored in his origin film later down the line. Or learning about why Stryker hates each of these mutants and how he plans to eliminate them all. Not even put them in check, but eliminate them all. Now, my take on the characters. Now, you may be hearing me say this a lot in my review on these X-Men films, but the character roster is going to get bigger from here on out. It's going to keep getting bigger, just like the MCU is going to keep getting bigger. We're going to keep seeing new mutants. So that is exactly what I want to talk about here. So the X-Men sequel's character roster has slightly more major mutants in this one. Of course, we see the main mutants return, like Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Professor X, Storm, and Rogue. And only 2 of the rebellious mutants, Magneto and Mystique, return, leaving Sabretooth and Toad MIA because they were dead. They were dead in the last one. But the last time we saw Wolverine, he started to find his past in Alkali Lake, which would play a role in the climax, right? With Stryker and Cerebro. But in the last one, like I mentioned earlier, we saw Jean Grey showing signs of a greater capacity in her powers and it starts to show itself a little more here. Along with these mutants, we see more of Bobby Drake, who was a minor character in the first one, but playing more of an active role here, being the love interest of Rogue, and of course, Iceman. One of the best, one of the Omega level mutants, one of the more powerful mutants. Now, Bobby Drake's best friend, John Allardyce, better known as Pyro, also makes a cameo in the previous film. A cameo, not even a minor role, just a cameo. He's only in one scene, one shot. But this one, though, he can be cocky and rebellious at times, but this perfectly sets up his character arc to change sides with Magneto to be a part of his ever-forming brotherhood of mutants, of dangerous mutants, of evil mutants. Now, another mutant who is my personal favorite that I mentioned earlier, aside from Wolverine, is Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler, played incredibly by Alan Cumming. I mean, I think Alan Cumming, like even Cody Smith-McPhee in the reboot trilogy, X-Men Apocalypse and X-Men Dark Phoenix, he looked good as Nightcrawler, but like Alan Cumming, when he played Nightcrawler, he perfectly captures the innocence and the religious vibe that he gives off. I mean, and plus he looks good while he teleports and all that. A character that I would like to talk about, though, who has a huge impact on the film's plot, is William Stryker and Wolverine individually. He is a character that pretty much every X-Men fan is familiar with. With Colonel William Stryker is pretty much like the General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross for the X-Men. That's the best way I can put it. Somebody that shows a lack of mercy towards each and every mutant. With the help of Magneto, he was able to track down the whereabouts, find Cerebro, and replicate it only to terminate mutants. But of course, this later gets flipped around where he chooses to terminate all humans, including himself. Why would he do that? But of course, like I said, the reason why he's doing this is because he has extreme hate for the mutants. He hates the fact that they're even existing, because what happened to his parents is the reason for mutant existence. Let me rephrase that. The reason for mutant existence is what caused his parents to decease. His son Jason, who possesses this is kind of a subplot right here, or just a small plot detail, but his son Jason, who possesses the power to create illusions, has been manipulating Charles during the climax of the film, making him see Cerebro, and so he can use Cerebro to terminate and eliminate all of the mutants that he can find. Rotten Tomatoes gives X2 X-Men United an 85% score. X2 X-Men United contributes and offers plenty more than the first X-Men did with the action, characters, and plot. However, it manages to have more characters, engaging action, and a dire threat, while at the same time keeping everything intimate and personal at its core. So for that, I will give it 8.4 SOs out of 10. So that is my review on X2 X-Men United. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it on Disney Plus, or you can rent it on Netflix, or whatever you prefer. And I'll see you guys next time with my next video on this playlist with Hulk. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on my Pixar review. Bye.